Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions video, and it is Top 5 Thursday. So today we're going to have a little bit of fun with the top 5, and these are the top 5 skill champs that I would like to see added to MCOC in 2021. Now, this is my opinion and my opinion only, so you guys might have some different skill champs you want to see added in the game, and please make sure you let me know who they are in the comments below. I love hearing what you guys think. So let's get this countdown started with the number 1 skill champ that I think should be added to the game, and that is Kraven the Hunter. So as a young adult, Sergei Kravenov relocated himself in Africa where he found a natural talent for hunting. He changed his name to Kraven, and then he pursued his talents as he increased his hunting and survival skills throughout the safari. Now, he actually kind of developed a fear of spiders after his mother was in a spider-filled asylum and later committed suicide, and this kind of fueled his desire to hunt Spider-Man. Now, Kraven, being the skilled hunter that he is, would probably in the game place weakness debuffs on the opponent and definitely have some defensive ability accuracy reduction. He would also place a paralyzed debuff on his opponent, and perhaps after a special attack, he would ingest his quote-unquote herbs, allowing him to gain increased physical resistance, gain a fury buff, increasing attack, and he could then shrug any debuffs. The number 2 champ that I think we should see in 2021 would be Black Cat. Now, Black Cat, she could technically be either mutant or a mystic, but for this, I think she could work well as a skill champion. Now, Felicia Hardy decided to make a costume and stole many valuable items. She then decided to don the Black Cat identity for a few reasons. Basically, one being that cats have 9 lives and land on their feet. Crossing a black cat is bad luck. She is a cat burglar, excuse me. She has a pet cat named Onyx, and her father was the original black cat burglar. So now, obviously, in the game, she would have some killer evade mechanic, maybe some persistent charges similar to Aegon, but maybe not quite as good. And let's call it a cat's reflex, similar to Elsa's anti-evade mechanic. The number 3 spot on the countdown goes to Bullseye. Now, while in high school, Bullseye became a talented pitcher and was offered a college scholarship, but instead he chose to join minor league baseball, and he had a perfect pitching record, and it was possible that he was on his way to the major league, but he became bored and, well, he killed a batter who mocked him. Rude. Now, this was kind of like a watershed moment for Bullseye, revealing the pleasure that he had in killing. And Bullseye could actually be a unique champion in the game in that he could essentially punish projectile-based attacks and kind of have like a clapback sort of feature. So think of it this way, is he could evade projectiles much like classic Daredevil, and then any debuff that would normally be applied off of said projectile would then be applied back on the opponent. Now, he could also gain precision and cruelty buffs that stack and don't expire based on his combo meter. Number 4 on the countdown goes to ShangChi. Now, ShangChi was born in the Hunan province in China. He was son to a wealthy international crime lord named Fu Manchu and an unknown American woman who was actually genetically selected by his father. Now, his father told him that all of his training was being directed towards some sort of great humanitarian goal, but his father actually manipulated ShangChi into thinking that he was a philanthropist. Now, ShangChi later sought out his mother, who was then living in London at the time, who told him the truth about his father and about his crime, and, well, that he was kind of not a nice person. So at that time, ShangChi swore to become his father's enemy, and do whatever it took to topple his evil empire. Now, in the game, ShangChi could have some defensive ability accuracy reduction, the ability to purify debuffs, he would have an armor break, and he could be immune to inverse controls. Number 5 on the countdown goes to Silver Sable. Now, Silver Sable devoted her life to preparing for the day she would take over the Wild Pack, a group founded by her father, Ernest Sablinova, to hunt down Nazi war criminals. In later years, as there were less and less, Nazis to capture, this expanded into the Silver Sable International Company, which provided security, recovered stolen property, and apprehended felons for big companies and even for countries. So Silver Sable could actually be kind of like a fun skill champ in the game. She could have kind of different loadouts to her weapons, similar to Elsa, but she could rotate through them similar to Jubilee. So, she could do Incinerate and Bleed and Armor Break and that sort of thing, but it would just be easier to rotate, much like Jubilee's Fireworks. And what's a countdown without an honorable mention? And this week's honorable mention goes to Baron Helmut Zemo. Now, Helmut started planning his actions against Captain America, the super soldier, and started using the alias Phoenix, which also came with a costume. Now, after luring and battling Captain America and the Falcon as Phoenix, Helmut fell into a vat of adhesive X, which actually disfigured his face. Then he returned years later to assume the family identity as his birthright, aka Helmut Zero. Now, Kabam could add him in with his moonstones, and that could kind of give him a phasing mechanic, maybe similar to Ghost, or they could add him without his moonstones, granting him abilities similar to Elsa. But anyways, guys, that's all that I got. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of these top 5 skill champions to be added in the game in 2021? Would you like to see these champions? What kind of powers and abilities would they have? Or do you have some completely different champions you would like to see? Let me know in the comments below and let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching and enjoy this quick word from Kevin Smith.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith, and if you enjoyed the mediocre Mcoc video full of scrub gameplay, then show Katy some love by hitting like and subscribe, man. Katy don't ask for much. Katy did ask for this. Katy did. So do like Katy did and bug people. And get you to like and subscribe, man. She's doing that Mcoc beautifully. Not mediocre. Katy!